Chama un cabibianchre. Chama un cabibianchre. Chama un cabibianchre. Chama one. Chama no face. Chama no face. Chama un cabibianchre. Chama un cabibianchre. Chama un cabibianchre. Shama one, Shama no face, Shama no face. Shama un cabibianchre. Shama un cabibianchre. Shama un cabibianchre. Shama one, Shama no face, Shama no face. Chama un cabibianchre. Chama un cabibianchre. Chama un cabibianchre.
All right. So once again, here Mamunyina Akwaba about this particular platform, Pinaxtv. Alright, the video it is for channel a video of Abronye, yes, Abronye DC. We can now confirm on authority say Abronye Minoka saying he has been released. Now, so we need the programs here tire with Pinaxtv. We told you guys Abronye will be granted bail by Monday. Now, who check the sequence of Niemana ye can and out have follow ya, you know say now no you see and you can't you can be a B because we told you said by Monday Abronye should be having a bill. Now, this was because of a series of things of course so Niema a course so which amana be do ene me chemu ye say a bright Abronye the first week your man is uncle that remand 7 days uncle dim 7 days now some after the 7 days of koya yes uncle dim for another 7 days so there were scores of people and normal parties say the way you did Abronye fashion and we saw the lives of Martin people and even some people from the National Democratic Congress saying say this whole thing about Abronye and and we saw say the pressure was mounting up and we told you say people like Attorney General Dr. Ayini and even His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, they were putting pressure on the system for them to bill Abronye. Why? Because charges near the Abronye no misdemeanor. And today in the Maria just from I think a few hours ago, bear 3-4 more in Yenyan say Abronye has been given a bill of 50,000 Ghana cedis with 2 surety. So this is the video release here, NDC MPP supporters and also party faithfuls almost stormed hall to give Abronye a very big welcome. And also the lawyer no he had this to say in some lawyer need to so
and then yaba court yaba court movie bail application and then my lord bail application movie I mean wajiatu and wa granted bail no amaye or say bail no 50,000 Ghana cedis with 1 surety, no justification. They are not a bail, my lord, the ama the client. You say I better find the password, you better execute bail, ama my client I a coffee. The catch report and they say if we are done I buy and be seen there no. I mean the client on the condition I the assessment. I mean say last year no be who saw your but as it stands the BP. I mean or the health and editoriality. Until I had to run back to court. Now, in fact, how I met to court in the country court and they say after the last time I buy and your master any health and only now so now until you for yeah the bill is supposed to or the 2 more or guarantee hopefully so when PNA because conditions no more I mean it is that favorable say you better not execute na yati yourself free hopefully some clients know where PNA na me charge the channel the obp free custody. So
So that was Abronye lawyer in some of the two journal, but then don't be surprised, okay? Because I would say, Abronye you releasing now. If you are hearing say Abronye releasing now, it is not because of the lawyer no, and I say will be doing. It is because of pressure. Yeah, the two system. So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama had to step inside and make sure say Abronye will be released because charges are near their no was just a mere misdemeanor. And if you're following us on this particular platform, one of the things you really realize is that we've been talking about this. Yakachi T4 said, this is exactly what is really going to happen. ABC, say in the BC, and I'm penny and pa, Ninya Sony and pa, and I see it. As you can see, no, Abronye is released. Now, the details of it, no, the Cinemedi can do 50,000 CDs bill with 2 sureties. And according to lawyers, no, one argument I'm making in court is that Abronye or BP or high blood pressure, we never knew all of this. But you see, I know court patches say, the lawyer say patches all these while are not Abronye or Kobeni Nano. He had severe blood pressure and blood pressure no say kosra na wan sha akwakoye NSKUMI edi I'm talking about the late Akyeam MP Nyankopon emfa ne kra nsie. So based on all of these particular aforementioned no na omo patches Abronye bill conditions no we meet the was say we meet and now personally I'm not shocked say omudi in same way to judge and the judge agreed and even lawyers need to me move fast to me make it sure say enimre 45434 na just say 4 p.m. 3 p.m. so we release Abronye but then we are learning say he's also scheduled to reappear in court again once again no how Abronye came out here but we have full breaking news about what is really happening at the Ghana border because we know Mahama have been dragged into a lawsuit a lawsuit from and by someone deporting Ghana through the Trump administration. So for the starters, so in some Mahama, if you make a deal with Trump, you are making a deal with the devil. That particular same deal, no, and back to hands John Dramani Mahama. And now we are learning, say, if Mahama will continue to have sweet deals, okay, poison deals with Donald Trump, it is going to affect the country in terms of how we access certain loans, grants, and how other countries will even view us in the first place. But before then, share the mood at Abronye's Accra High Court after Abronye was released by a better so.
Shama one, Shama no face, Shama unka bibi anchire. Shama unka bibi anchire. Shama unka bibi anchire. Shama one, Shama no face, Shama unka bibi anchire. Shama unka bibi anchire. Shama unka bibi anchire. Shama one, Shama no face, Shama unka bibi anchire. Shama unka bibi anchire. Shama unka bibi anchire. Shama one, Shama no face, Shama unka bibi anchire. Shama unka bibi anchire. Shama unka bibi anchire. Shama one, Shama no face,
and then your back court movie bail application and then my lord bail application movie I mean wajiatu and wa granted bail amaye or say bail no 50,000 Ghana cedis with 1 surety, no justification. They are not a bail, my lord, the ama the client. You say I better find the password, the better execute bail, ama the client. akɔfie. Me catch report and say if we are done a buy and be seen there no. I mean the client no the condition na the assessor. I mean say last year no be who saw your but as it stands the BP. I mean or the health and a deteriorate until I had to run back to court. Now me fa me how I met to court in any na me can share court and say after the last time I buy and your master any health and you know.
Okay, so that was the lawyer of Abronye or confirming the release. Now, straight up, he got to this particular issue, which is a big issue. We've been giving you the current happenings at Jibiri, the northern part of Ghana. And one of the things you have to realize is that Ghana fall in that particular section of Jibiri in the northern part of Ghana, share a border with Ivory Coast, and also Burkina Faso. What we realized was and tokwa bi koso ahemfo ne womo a omo land owners koso tokwa koso between these fraction and no so because of that particular in tokwa nintina na nam san tokwa we no womo ana omo yetima mfo mo krom no they were caught in the crossfire michim ya na che say obi ni obi ko na wugine mfimfini tokwa ne de emfa ho be wan hwe ni ya no abeje sotro a sabio na se obi to ne sotro akobu bia na ababe foul ababe bow eno ene say you'll be caught in the crossfire. Now one of the things we did realize was that eba ne sa no one more they were caught in the crossfire dodo na koye mba embrewa ne mbofra and they moved to the neighboring country across the border, which was Ivory Coast, and immediately moved from your country to another country without passports, without any documents. You become an illegal and you have to seek asylum, and as you have to be a refugee because uni niema HSA. All right, say and they receive you as a whole, and we are learning say about 13,000 of our citizens Ghana for within that particular enclave in a PM ewosa Jibiri ho no na omukọ sa no omukoye omufi Jibiri ho ekopiem Ivory Coast sorry no omukọ Ivory Coast sa no omukoye refugees. So there were questions said there na cause now that same time to Okudzeto Blackwa and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama were busily bashing Israel for their recent bombing na targeted the leadership of Hamas in Qatar. As yes, in Ghana for Churchill presidency communications, we are against what Israel did, against human rights. Meanwhile, border, their issues are a so we saw say pressure ne ba pa ama Israel for or more ambassador ebe wone Ghana say Ghana should be in the middle because who take his sides at the end of the day, which means that you have a pre-motive a bit how in the long run in terms of bilateral trade agreements and as a relationships between Ghana and Israel. But fast forward to today, say no Okudzeto Blackwa wabe confirm say they were trapped. Okay, they remain trapped and also secure asylum on Ivory Coast. No, 8,000 of them have been rescued. There is a first video and a second video.
During my 3-day working visit, I held discussions with my Ivorian counterpart, His Excellency Kaku Hwaja Leon Adom, about the displaced Ghanaians in Cote d'Ivoire. After the talks, I led a team to the Bukani region, where some 13,253 displaced compatriots originally sought refuge. My visit was aimed at conveying a special message from President John Dramani Mahama to conduct further assessment of the situation for additional consular assistance, to express Ghana's gratitude to our Ivorian counterparts, and to offer immediate assistance. During my visit, I discovered that about 8,000 Ghanaians have safely returned home. The latest census conducted revealed that the remaining number of Ghanaians in Cote d'Ivoire is 5,309. 5,309. No more 13,253. I delivered a special message from President Mahama, which was a message of peace and forgiveness, and a message appealing to all our compatriots to return home since government has beefed up security and ensured that normalcy is restored. On behalf of President Mahama, I donated 6 million CFA to cover urgent humanitarian needs and to facilitate logistical requirements for their safe return home. This donation is distinct from other relief items, including food, water, blankets, and medicines already provided through NADMO.
So, from what we heard from the minister, Pache said they've taken steps to actually address this issue. Now, all Kasano, the same to just say he went there. He went there. So the question was, where is the evidence? And I say evidence. The evidence will drop it. You can share this particular video because a bro no muska 5.6 million safer. And I also know yes census is kind say out of 13,000 go from Pimu Ivory Coast no 8,000 back. Inti aka 5,000 also mbaba because 13,000 eno mko pimu ewa Ivory Coast omu fijibri ko pimu ewa Ivory Coast omko siki asalam emu eye your friend is saying 8,000 ababa inti aka 5,000 what must say and part is 5,000 no omoni omo kasa they will facilitate their safe return yen kwhwe video we ba ye beto aso
back to your homes because everything has been resolved of Vonkoro and now the latest census that has been conducted indicates that you have reduced to about 5,309, and so that means that more than half have returned. We want to encourage all of you to return. President Mahama, as Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, has put in place a number of measures. There's been massive security deployment. Camps have been established. A committee has been set up to mediate between the traditional leaders on all sides, and calm has been restored. So I'm here to deliver a message to you from the president that it is time to go back. Don't be scared. You will meet adequate security. You will be safe. So we encourage you to go back. You will observe that your colleagues who returned home are okay, they are safe, they have not had to rush back here. So that should give you confirmation. If you had any doubt that the situation has been resolved, that should give you confirmation. The almost 8,000 people who have left have not come back in a couple of days now. They are doing very well, they are okay, they are being fully protected. So we want you to go back, the 5,309 here. We think that the time has come for all of you to go back, and we are willing to help you, to assist you, to offer the needed logistical support for you to go back to your homes, because everything has been resolved and it is safe for you now to return. President Mahama wants me to convey that message very clearly to you.
President Mahama
Okay, so the message was clear, loud and clear from Okudzeto ST0RMS. Out of the 13,000, okay, omuko pimu Ivory Coast omuko siki asalam no emu 8,000 back because of a military rule military ayedi abrajibi who are protect amount for. So what am I saying? No problem. Now, far from that, what you also learning is the party say adequate security. See, I know ya come one more PMU because 5,300 or more that's a year Ivory Coast or me asylum seekers. Ya more 5.6 million safe asset. Mumbre fee because the ACB and more Ghana for year this year. We don't want to lose you. We need you guys. And we tell who said the minister and presented money and forth. But then far from that, so there's one other issue. And also a very prevalent. The issue is about recently a year deportation a course from US to West Africa, which is Ghana. Now, you realize that during the State of the Nations address, the president said that 14 deportees arrived in Ghana. Now, some deportees, no, Ghana for they are West African nationals. Now, according to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the agreement with the Trump administration before not Trump administration and US are buying no per se on they all deportees one more be deportee on from big room has and Trump said and President John Dramani Mahama said on TRC because at the end of the day need to mean a mindful for or this year away cruise to be a Mexico near even come Mexico in the Ghana and most of these people clan or more criminal records. Now far from that, so no or catch any say you be magic only West African nationals because West African nationals no could be a Gabon West Africa for no Gabon Ghana. You travel freely without any visa or any restrictions. The point says nipa no a foreign national the person can come to Ghana obitimi deport nipa ne West African national obitimi deport nipa na Ghana na Ghana ya cheche omo enu na 14 deportees ni ba ya 14 deportees no mo ba ni mienu eye Ghana for ndi omaka dia ka no omo ye Nigeria for anya de omo to bas ni amo muska na omo ko Gabon na omo ko saa na omo ye no. So the question was, what was government getting in return? Na man for parties Trump administration a promise sika pudro bi aid grant sikane certain financial support and no Okudzeto black kwade ababetu just say the deal that they had with Trump, there was nothing in return. It was just a bilateral trade Mahama had with the Trump administration. In summer on Wankasa or the Tuja. When we come back, we will definitely look at this more of this particular pressing issue.
It is important to stress and to state unequivocally that Ghana has not received and does not seek any financial compensation or material benefit in relation to this understanding. Our decision is grounded purely on humanitarian principle and Pan-African solidarity, to offer temporary refuge where needed, to prevent further human suffering, and to maintain our credibility as a responsible regional actor. Ghana's decision must be understood as an act of Pan-African empathy. It is not transactional. Like Rwanda, Eswatini, Uganda, South Sudan, who are welcoming fellow Africans, we are standing up for our brothers and sisters in distress. And this should not be misconstrued as an endorsement of the immigration policies of the Trump administration.
So that was in Sema Okudzeto Ablakwa edit to judge. Once again, we are live. It's mainly concerning most of these issues at Air Course. What do you make of this particular thing at Air Course? So, do you think, say, at the end of the day, a good deal, say, be receive West African nationals? Uti Sema or no so all can in Yabeme air can Okudzeto Ablakwa no patch say deal no dear Africa no and Mahama administration or more BB issue miniso I find Pan-Africanists na michimu ya kwa na kwa mikrumo peso ye the United States of America no peso in the United States of Africa no mu bibisa nti Africa de wo krom ha say ofi Angola say ofi South Africa utimi ba bibia because say ye see Pan-Africanism e was see ye sha see fi baby and say na ya baby. So that is exactly what is really going on. It's answer bro for who say if we are together and I say back together as a United States of America, be hard training, they've done things and as a market can eat abuma, the market can eat abum na then the who say no anything chichimu any papayo eba in team. So that is exactly what is really going on. I just say in regards with the refugees, need a bit more confirming. I say it is something which is really so. Once again, we are live on this particular platform. You try a whole video here, but we move straight to the northern region because me no can say to be any student be kukuomo and untina ma how na Iddrisu akopiem or a certain high school on this particular platform.
It is important to stress and to state unequivocally that Ghana has not received and does not seek any financial compensation or material benefit in relation to this understanding. Our decision is grounded purely on humanitarian principle and Pan-African solidarity, to offer temporary refuge where needed, to prevent further human suffering, and to maintain our credibility as a responsible regional actor. Ghana's decision must be understood as an act of Pan-African empathy. It is not transactional. Like Rwanda, Eswatini, Uganda, South Sudan, who are welcoming fellow Africans, we are standing up for our brothers and sisters in distress. And this should not be misconstrued as an endorsement of the immigration policies of the Trump administration.
Alright, so let's move on straight to Insem Fufro. The man you are seeing on the screen is the current education minister here in Ghana. I'm talking about Haruna Iddrisu. Now, Haruna Iddrisu is trending for various reasons. In fact, currently as of 7:42 p.m. Today being the 15th of September 2025. Now, I hear live here. Haruna Iddrisu is trending #1 on Twitter. Yes, I think I have to put that on the screen. Why? Because amount for a party say Haruna Iddrisu. In fact, he can minister within 8 months will make it change. Wama quality abeye accessible to the education ministry. Wama NDC party na ya corner. They would like to give it to Haruna Iddrisu. So Haruna Iddrisu is trending, but then Newsway is not about his trending. It is in relation to Bibia Akoso Ewoboko. Now we gave you an earlier update some few months ago. Say senior high school be Ewoboko. Nkofo bi storme ho. Mo storme ho no mo to students be for no reason. Now let's put this on the screen for you to know exactly where we are heading. We'll share the trend #1 on Ghana Twitter, now formerly Twitter, now X, the Haruna effect. We'll come back to the Haruna effect, but then clearly, this whole thing, trend is based on Bibia Akoso and that's sorry, the education minister Haruna Iddrisu while visiting Zebila Senior High School to monitor ongoing wasi in Boko Enclave. Me no say it is Saudima wasi Koso. Nti enuanem kotoa omo the West Africa Senior Secondary exams wasi no mo nti across the country omo but then a particular section of Ghana very dangerous nanui nkofo storming school senior high schools be boko a omo storm on no mention 2 or 3 names students no musu into obi ankasa and they entered the dorm, bring those 2 boys out and shot them point blank omo in front of their friends. Ewo hwa eno musa so call but itama bokun sem no aye gidigidi because of that now they had to close down various senior high schools in the Boko Enclave. But today what we are seeing is that Haruna Iddrisu stormed Boko. Now according to him ebra okono omodin simbi and enclave man say Haruna Iddrisu na nui ekun students bi was school ya ugine ya okase very dangerous and utin yema bulletproof neko and Haruna Iddrisu said they be or not na Addington and not nano oba no akasa ni kura obese bulletproof yebeku na yenku no. Yes, in his own words, if you kill me. What I say, because I would rather like to die serving my country and I say than to act like a coward. And it's in Haruna Iddrisu call he went there without a bulletproof vest, and then he had these kind of things to say because the students more say, "Who minister no share bulletproof vest?" What message are you giving to the students? Which means that you, the minister, are protected by the police, the military, and all the government machinery. But yes, students need the damn pine. So how we do say obekwa ne say the business. Now on the students for ne kasa or the same be etruja or patch say senior high school Boko Enclave or mucho was no be insuro because the military abaho, the military is there to protect the students and the military is there to do ejuma efata. So you can share this particular video because this video clearly depicts what really did happen today. Amount for party say it is the first step of something good happening within the Mahama administration ability to solve the Boko conflict. So if I share this particular video, we still dissect into the Haruna Iddrisu effect because there's been a lot of chatter as to the way forward for Haruna Iddrisu. Now that information and they say come front runners for the National Democratic Congress one more be lead as a candidate nipa odi NMCC Haruna Iddrisu video and
the staff and students of Zebila Secondary Technical, I bring you warm greetings from Accra. You are not responding to my warm greetings. I'm here this morning to encourage you as you leap forward in the last stretch of the West African Senior Certificate examinations. Today, as I understand, you will be writing general science. I wish you good luck and I wish you all success. Consider this and consider exams as normal. It is just to test what you have learned over the period and to put it to good use. So be confident and be confident you are passing and you will pass. So I wish you all every success. When I arrived at the home of the regional minister, I know what I'm coming to say will send some ripples somewhere. I was given a bulletproof jacket to wear. Did you hear that? When I arrived, I'm sure my bodyguard is wearing it somewhere. I was given a bulletproof jacket to wear. I declined to wear it, not because I don't value or cherish my life, because I value yours too. But more importantly, it was to send a signal that bulletproof doesn't belong to an academic learning environment. It does not. Today, tomorrow, and forever, we should not encourage even the mere presence of police and military on this learning environment is wrong enough. It does not provide for a conducive learning atmosphere and environment that you need to thrive in your studies. So now you've seen the second reason why I decline wearing the bulletproof. Because you all would have been asking, where is mine? And what happens next? I'm in discussion with President Mahama and in discussion with the Minister for Finance. We need to work to end double tax system, arguably that have impacted negatively on learning outcomes in our schools. Let's not make pretense about it. Next year, we intend to spend 1 billion Ghana cedis to end the double tax system. Some of that money, which will come from CARE Fund, will be to support infrastructure. Where the gap is with furniture, we will deal with it. And where we need to give you a new facility to expand your admission quota to higher numbers, we will do so that before 2028, we know what 28 means. Before we get there, you know hold me that I campaign in pros and then we work as a government, as Shakespeare said. Did you hear that? We'll do both. So thank you very much. It's a whistle stop. I just got into Zebula and back. I'm happy what I saw. They also do have infrastructure challenges, dormitories, girls' dormitory.
So it's here for that was what really went on. Now quickly, moving on from Haruna Iddrisu and consent for so. What you are seeing on the screens, yes, what you are seeing on the screens, MP for Asante Akyeam North. MP for Asante Akyeam North. Now we gave you an earlier update about this particular man some time ago. Say, you see Akyeam MPB or UK London because on any side check boat ne and an ex-wife. I'm a HC sa MPR who video on the screens no or babe kasa se enya no kre. But then sa MPR a the friend no. A honorable Ohene Kwame Frimpong, our non the friend okay no. He is an independent candidate at Ubini, the seat of the Asante Akyeam North. And currently, Minoka say, or the Ntumako board the majority caucus in parliament, that's NDC side. So, on no A plus and all the other independent candidates, are joining the NDC side. But then this is what is really happening. Papaya Bagana, but Bagana pe and Okwa Asante Akyeam North. Now information aba say okwa Asante Akyeam North tomato farmers are omo a year Asante Akyeam North part say omo aye kwa or they've done farming kwa yoya or my ye or madon dobaye bebre ama den the day no dobaye ni bi say tomatoes in toast enyini ne enyini ye no say jodi for mo de ko market akoton no omo koya omo nya buyers which means say there's excess tomatoes ebu aba ma nebu ma ise munya obi kro beton e na wo obi so a oton ade anase ukokrom kwakwato ade anase wa oton sa tomatoes bi anase utobi kra na we se tomatoes de enda ho nche acha se oto a acha 1 week ebesei hanti jaso na wo se oye de oye bibi fa won na no e na honorable Ohene Kwame Frimpong ode adesade akoma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say as it is now no what they need is President Mahama to facilitate something na say be tomatoes factory na bibia na tomato farmers here omunya nkofo momonto omo buyers omo se cutting back here 500 cedis or so because Abidjan for omo tomatoes no and na dominate the market no no say Mahama ebe yanka mayesika ne boaye ne soyase ni ntimi nye bibi what we call like a processing farm, tomato paste processing farm. No tomatoes ni bakra na farmers no nya buy kra na bitima process near the your friend say tomato paste and no sir we can sell it in 1 month in 3 months time ebewo ho at the end of the year and say now me know cause there's been a huge reaction to this particular in some page about but then before we move on no you can share this particular video about to us.
Excellency John Dramani Mahama madam mama sra mi ko mi ko to dem why you be breed ya mame why you be breed ya Asante Akyeam North enei ye pese wo ye bibi ma Asante Akyeam North ekoso Kwadwo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama humi mobo the MP for Asante Akyeam North Ohene Kwame Frimpong meni mekuafo yi abusiafo high Asante Akyeam North baby e gina sisi ye agogo na ye hwe intosu fefefe a ekuafo e gina hayi a harvest ya na chere say Asante Akyeam North ye obibi enche bebre na Great Minister Honorable Erikopoku one the deputy miaminia Honorable John Dumelo eba Asante Akyeam North be share bo so meboayen ampa enso na no Honorable Erikopoku omo mame fertilizer 1000 bags ama be che bia makuafo ye hwen to so mde aba da ka esi wo nyina ye 500 Ghana cedis 5 million enso almost struggle so mo benya to kwa mo mato enti me fa kwanya kase so na mabo atofo a mu kumase ne nkran se momfa mo ani nkire Asante Akyeam North agogo kento se efe adaka nyina ye 500 Ghana cedis as a member of parliament se kuafo ye adwuma we nyina na se e difficult se omo betimi atofo betimi ato a me da mi ntimi na eni ntimi sremo mumra meye mo na Asante Akyeam North akuafo so omo mfa mo ntoma pafura omo abom ho modern hwe adwuma efe entre omo ye so ade hu ne se ye benya adwuma ma mabunu na ye ntika we e ba ye ya atofo ehwo ye den a omo ntimi metoi nanka ye we na nanka e ba ye factory ama mabunu domin mabunu agogo mabunu Asante Akyeam North mabunu anya adwuma ye sane ye be ya ye betimi adane we nti tomato puree ama yetimi export yetimi aton bi organa ha ma kuafo no so nya musika ntentem ti me fa kwanya kasie so na me de asre His Excellency John Dramani Mahama madam mama sra mi ko mi koto dem why you be breed ya mame why you be breed ya Asante Akyeam North enei ye pese wo ye bibi ma Asante Akyeam North ekoso Kwadwo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama humi mobo the MP for Asante Akyeam North Ohene Kwame Frimpong meni mekuafo yi ne fa kwanya kasie yi so ne yetimi nya tomato factory e wa Asante Akyeam North Your Excellency mi komi koto jeni esrawo das
ento ati no adaka we no 5 million esramo a yesa hia tofo nso madawroma edamo ase.
Okay, so that was what really went on. But closely, and as a movie, there's been a lot of reactions on social media. One of the reactions is coming from Johnny Hughes. Johnny Hughes party say, MPs been air con, MPs been air boss, MPs been air press conference. They be able to look good on TikTok and on social media. They are others who are selling their constituencies. You go to in same way buy a better us.
It breaks my heart because I think that we should be industrializing. We should be exporting and not importing. Listen to the video. It breaks my heart because I think that we should be industrializing. We should be exporting and not importing. Listen to the video. We'll talk about it later.
Excellency John Dramani Mahama madam mama sra mi ko mi koto dem why you be breed ya mame why you be breed ya Asante Akyeam North enei ye pese wo ye bibi ma Asante Akyeam North ekoso Kwadwo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama humi mobo the MP for Asante Akyeam North Ohene Kwame Frimpong meni mekuafo yi abusiafo high Asante Akyeam North baby e gina sisi ye agogo na ye hwe intosu fefefe a ekuafo e gina hayi a harvest ya na chere say Asante Akyeam North ye obibi enche bebre na Great Minister Honorable Erikopoku one the deputy miaminia Honorable John Dumelo eba Asante Akyeam North ebe share bo so o meboa yen ampa enso na no honorable Rekopoku omo mame fertilizer 1000 bags ama be che bia makuafo ye hwe nto so mde aba that case wo nyina 500 Ghana cedis 5 million enso almost struggle so mo benya to kwa mo mato and nti me fa kwanya kese so na mabo atofo a mu kumase ne nkran se mo mfa mo ani nkyere Asante Akyeam North agogo nto se efe adaka nyina 500 Ghana cedis as a member of parliament se kuafo ye adwuma we nyina na se difficult se omo betimi atofo betimi ato a me da mi ntimi na eni ntimi sremo mo mra meye mo na Asante Akyeam North akuafo so omo mfa mo ntoma pafura omo abom ho moden adwuma efe entre omo aye so ade hu ne se ye benya adwuma ma mabunu na ye nti ka we ba ye ya atofo ehwo ye den a omo ntimi metoi nanka ye we nyina nanka ba ye factory ama mabunu domin mabunu agogo mabunu Asante Akyeam North mabunu anya adwuma ye sene ye be ya ebetimi adane wei nti tomato puree ama yetimi export ede yetimi aton bi organa ama kuafo no so nya musika ntentem ti me fa kwanya kase so nam de asre His Excellency John Dramani Mahama madawro ma mesra bi ko mi koto dem oye bebre di amame oye bebre di ama Asante Akyeam North enei ye pese wo ye bibi ma Asante Akyeam North ekoso Kwadwo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama humi mobo the MP for Asante Akyeam North for hini Kwame Frimpong meni me kuafo yi ne mfa kwanya kase yi so ne timi nya tomato factory e wa Asante Akyeam North Your Excellency bi ko mi koto dem esrawo das
ento asinu adaka we no 5 million esremo a yesa hia tofo nso madawro ma.
So if you are not elected in Chi, what they're saying is that they plant a lot of tomatoes in Asante Akyeam North, and that's the member of parliament is shown a lot of leadership and selflessness. And he says that whole box that you perhaps will buy in Accra for 2,000. Let's put a video up. That whole box that you would buy in Accra for maybe 2,000 cedis, 2,500 is only 500 Ghana cedis. So, Your Excellency, Mr. President, I want to join or add my voice to theirs and appeal to you. In the past, we were told of one village, one dam, one district, one factory. We didn't see the factories. We didn't see the dams. We saw dugouts. In the past, we were told about initiatives that was going to alleviate. And I've been talking about these things. I talk about the mangoes on the Dodowa Road. I talk about watermelon that you see going on the Volta Region Road towards Aplawo and all. I talk about these things. I've spoken about it for many years. But nobody seems to pay attention. And the money is here. Yet it's a castle in so accommodating. The money is here. Can you imagine if we had a factory that had off-takers that was giving this to the factories and producing, Mr. President? Our import bill would drop because we import all these things into this country. And we know that most of them are not even natural stuff. They are not organic stuff. They add a lot of chemicals, etc. to them. I'm sure that we can do better. And once the MP and the farmers have reposed confidence in you, I know you will do better. So, Mr. President, please help. Please help. Please help. Thank you very much for agreeing to help. We appreciate you.
So that is it. Young Kwanzaa for straight away. Yina nim atorenchem anasa rehosema etogana for yina nim on the 11th of September 2025. That was last week Thursday. But Nida and Ghana for yina were made aware of the whole situation. I'm talking about the untimely demise of Christo Safo. Omo found that Apostle Kwadwo Safo Kantanka, and we are now confirming, as yesterday we did, Seba Peno, we trying to need Ashebanya, just he died at the age of 77 years. So these are some of the sad scenes that so currently. But then there's something which have happened in the midst of Apostle Kwadwo Safo ne death. No, there is a video air trendy prophets that just say yina dad lumba Adrian Kwadwo na brana oba be wo seeking paibo no. So that same prophets no all trending on social media. Why? Because prophet ye time that lumba ewu ye ne say odupon kesibi so eba be tutu na so odupon no Christo Asafo Kantanka. In fact okan explicitly clear, okay, that's Safo Kantanka me no ka say no, it is onka ho ewati asefo asase so. Now obitima ka say a prophecy, a prediction, whatever you want to put it, but then ultimately no we will. Now you can share this particular video which is trending on social media because hu ye pa and our partner on one kasa eka say Safo Kantanka no say you ni wo ni beba be a best shock Ghana for no onwa asanso e dia baba to say Safo Kantanka is going to come back, but it's going to come back in a different form. Maybe before I best start the program, this is a different form now or canon. Or Safo Kantanka will come back, but you come back as an AI agent. AI, artificial intelligence, AI agent. If I say AI, or catch AI say you remember, but and on a computer. So, well, I don't know how that is a viable. But some more the Ababe Tuja and on all share the video of what he said. Me no ka say amount for be amount for be pusa amount for say wow. If this is what he truly said, which there's a video to that effect, and yes, our prophet, I was saying, Adrian Tuan, now you share how perhaps obitimi a solve your problems.
Now, some master number came to me, no, baby, what time? The baby, no man could do up a gate, Nebby. To do up an oswam, the Sin Ghana fraction, a Papa J. Way, Ayako Joseph, also, or maybe more paint. Way, Ayako Joseph. So, or maybe more paint. And now, or more year, Bako Joseph, the birthday. Obofana catch himself, Papa, no Ompi, Obi and Miss Ompi, but Ompi. So, one P now is off of the stage. Now, heaven and the earth are looking for another stages. Take it or leave it. True. So, one P now, the stage are empty. Assembly American and then true. The man who is leaving the stage is the star of Africa. People must get ready to occupy that stage. We have number stage, just have a stage, so many stages. So when Pina the stage are empty, take it or leave it. Assembly American and then true.
In Sema Apostle Amwaku Ata, Prophet Amwaku Ata, that is his name, or the Tujan, and that is what is really trending on social media. Now, in aid of all of this, too, say Dr. Baumia Akwaku Piwo, but then there are questions because a brother Apostle Kwadwo Safo Otiase no, ne Baba complaining of a whole lot of things. One of the things that Sarah Address Safo complaining about was how MPP for a treaty ne papa. And according to Sarah Address Safo, before MPP ebebe power no omo opposition pay edini sika na hoden ni moja ni bibia eta party nichi. But then it is very sad for you to know say ebra omo baaye no omo yi ne ba ko ehye ne sa eklosi ni businesses bebre down. It's because of that papa no kra oba be ko wu mu ne say oyawo atete ene kodanda. Regardless no sansem no kan it is now coming back to bite the new patriotic party in various forms and ways. And we are also seeing from today's videos social media Dr. Baumia himself he stormed there or storming the premises of Bibia Address Safo. Many can say ni papa wu and say omu di ahreho I say basically in a celebration mode in a weeping or in a weeping mode say omu di ahreho Dr. Baumia ekupi mu ewo. But then before ye be kwakoshe Dr. Baumia ni video no mo a munim nsema ekọ so I'm talking about nsema Sarah Safo edu two dwa na opa je say ne papa no MB before used him and dumped him. Papa no oku owo mu nyina na te say yarewo say even cry there are scores of people on pa say MPP be lose 2028 2024 elections nyina kwan a omode Sarah Safo ne papa efa so ane ehu akitua na Kristo Asafo nyame je say odebo MPP F4. Now yenko share this particular video because this video it takes us back to the time na Sarah Safo was making these pronouncements basically now Okachenko for say MPP4 munhwe ni because more amamre bi ene amanie bi amobeye na manye sa amamre ne amanie na bibi den ebe hamo anche bia na MPP4 lose this particular elections. Nevertheless yenko share video. When we come back we will continue because in seminar work on the bibre ye pa encourage video we ye ba ye beto aso
me papa apostle Dr. Engineer Kwadwo Safo na ukọ baby ICGC asori ni wo Accra Central Aboblo
say namka bomunanka no bi hosenko yede ma o man no ko man nya faso kese pa no wantimi anya na so man na nta cha nya ono nesese o ye o ma e ma o man no na nesese o mu so de o ye num ono de nesese o ye bia na o ye na nesese o man no ene so de o ye num me ni onipa bi di nkomo ma o ka kire me say edin a efra no car no eye obidin onipa wode sa ntiase enamu ba first ono na ne din da so efre ne ka sa nipa na bi ne ya papa apostle Kwadwo Safo nyame na yini ma eyi no ma Ghana senka Ghana nso papa num nanka de wo ye ka sa bre ya oni hoyi ka ba yem faso de kese ama oman no enti papa ne de na sese oye bia oye na oman no na nso ya chede wo nyina na ehu ya eno ne misu anopai na misu eno ne misu Say ɔman na ma wɔde deɛ nyamedi man so ɔmfa mmara no wɔsan de kɔ dɔɔ wayɛ bi nneɛma akɛse a wayɛ no wayɛ bi nanso ɛnyɛ ne nyinaa na wɔtumi yɛyɛ because of ɔman na anso ne mu nti no ɛne deɛ ɛbɛ nanso ɛsɛ agya bi wu a agya bi te ase ɛyɛ den a wɔkyerɛ nipa bi nti nyame na wɔn so ɛbɛma deɛ na ɛsɛ sɛ ne botaeɛ a wɔde ba asase so bia ne nyame nam wɔn a wɔwɔ akyire no so ɛbɛma abam Ghana man and Asante man ahwera de kɛseɛ sɛ yɛbɛnya nipa bi te sɛ papa yi so bi pɛn no nyame na yɛ nyame anka nyɛ sɛ aka bɛka sɛ ɛde yɛahwera deɛ kɛse pa Ghana man
sɛ ampa bom na nka ɔwɔ no de wɔsɛ nkɔ yɛ de ma ɔman na ɔman no nya mfa so kɛseɛ pa na wantimi anya na sɛ ɔman no anta kyɛm
nyɛ ɔno na ɛsɛ sɛ ɔyɛ ɔma ɛma ɔman no ɔman no na ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo sɔ deɛ ɔyɛ no mu ɔno deɛ na ɛsɛ sɛ ɔyɛ biara na ɔyɛ no na na ɛsɛ sɛ ɔman no ɛna sɔ deɛ ɔyɛ no mu mene onipa bi di nkɔmmɔ ma ɔka kyerɛ me sɛ ɛdin a ɛfrɛ no kaa no ɛyɛ obi din onipa a wɔde saa ntiase nam ba first
His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia, a true son of Apostle Safo, a friend of Bishop Safo, and a co-worker of Honorable Saladia Safo. Honorable Baby is accompanied with
Hallelujah. 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 Yeda nyamiasi. And then that's sonko. Because a apostle, engineer, professor emeritus Safo Kantanka Nawoda. And also, oye ubia nyami edia che Ghana, any Africa yeda. Wa munim no munina munim se nyame nini kano no na yɛbɛbɔ me amanneɛ sɛ ɛnɛ yɛbɛdi dwuma wei na mewɔ dwuma bi wɔ Akotia but meka sɛ kwan bi aso dɛyi deɛ mɛba ha abɛ taa mo akyi na yɛdi professor engineer Safo Kantanka apostle na wɔda yi enti na iye mitu birka every Akotia bedu ha sei na mungina muni ejuma apostle ayɛ wɔ Ghana ha engineering ejuma dobre ade ejuma ɛwo nwanwa ɛma yɛ nyina nyame ahyira no enti yɛwoman sɛ wɔtena ewiase ɛkɔsi dan yɛnda nyame ase yɛnda nyame ase nyame ahyira no nhyira no so ɔde aka yɛ bebree yɛwo bebree adɔeɛ a wɔyɛ ama nika ɛwɔ Ghana ɛne Africa nyinaa ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa meda no ase Ghana da no ase Africa da no ase nyame nhyira no amen.
So that is exactly what really went on a bit marker at this particular moment, you know. It is what it is. It is what it is because pay new no idea about it is a shock a lot of people. Many people were not expecting say at the end of the day BBC BTMC obia there say na can owo there da nyina ni obia baby one way or the other no asase we so ye be fiase. So that is exactly what is really going on. It is papa no wo no ye hu say no various dignitaries omu trupi to the residents of Apostle Kwadwo Safo omo quite say omo ene Sarah Safo Apostle Kwadwo Safo the family members no nyina no say omo quite say they are talking they are your mom yako any idea that cause sa but one person so nyina ehwe nim say be hu no ewo ho King Japan because King Japan's children happen to be Sarah Safo so nimba. So it is something I ehwe because they share family together. King Japan and Safo ye say omo ye family. So that is exactly what is really going on. Now let's move on to other critical issues also in this particular country. Yesterday we gave you an update say Dr. Baumia Obaye no obe apologize say to Ghanaians ni nsem ni nyina odebaye na party say Ghana for asem opeso kan say opamu nyina acho because last 8 years governance no obitima ka say ankoye. Now all of these time na Ghana for esu no MPP for were oblivious, which means say omusisi omaso. So okay, Ghana for mose pay amamu but ye de se bi bubu ndua atoya so be ne ye ko opposition ye hu say what ya say ye ko gini chi ye hwe ye su ni ye ban ene kwan ya ye de MPP ene kwan ya de Ghana for efa so no na etwa and also esanso fata say ye be pamacho Ghana for na ye mamu hu so okay de ye ni nye enu ho na yakọ no so nye se yakọ ne nsapan yakọ no so ye sua ade bibia ye ya nye ni ye bia no ye ni nyina etutu yi at the end of the day no na che say ye de nyama betutu yi. But in aid of this so me no ka say no Baumia aba benya reply and Baumia reply aba benya no Johnny Hughes or patch say Baumia you are apologizing, but unfortunately, or fortunately for you, it is too late. You apologizing now, Sebu, what is the aim? What is the what is your end game? Catch it. Now, before I bet to us, I believe most of you guys, someone share the update here about Baumia's apology. I think it will be fair and also cool. Say, be boss a video na exactly where all of this is heading. Kwanya and I some about Mia Kaya a trigger amount for instead of Ghana for say Ghana for merging a chelpa no atu amount for 18 attempts say sapepepe last 4 years. And I said just this particular last election see and also ye omulusu ye na Baumia preach say the ideas NMA MPP and then no nyansa say oh all these are no say na ekwan ne de Ghana for faso no enye and into be patcho and amount for business say what is your motive? Oh ye we send a bear or the pre power now say what is it? Yen question video we ye ba ye bet so with in Sama Johnny Hughes editor.
Ye to abay we ye research ewie. Ye nim say abay any ye party ye inform so. Ye inform so. Bebre ewo ye governance no mo. Niema wo ho a afi say ye beye yanye ye maybe so wo ho a ye anka ye hu from the background so a ye enti mejina ha ye nyina ha ye ka ho bi vice president ministers MPs board chairman appointees ye nyina ye from so pacho momfanche yen why momfanche ye nyina ye from so momfanche
enti no Baumia na ekasa say momfanche oma yen fon so. Now Johnny Hughes also had an interesting take about this particular issue a course so yenko ti nsem ono so di two job party say blame ni de nipa ba ko pe na wo say de manu And you had the opportunity to apologize last year, last 2 years, last 3 years, last 4 years. Why now?
Thank you so much. Now, I saw a video of the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, apologizing for the mistakes that his government, not allegedly, because he has said it, have made. 6, please find me that video.
Yetu abayewie ye research ewie. Ye nimse aban ene ye party ye mfomso. Ye mfomso. Bebre ewo ye governance no mo. Niema wo ho a afise ye beye yanye. Ye mebi so wo ho a ye ya anka ye hu from the background so a ye enti mejina ha ye nyina ye ka ho bi. Vice President, ministers, MPs, board chairman, appointees, yenyina yayem from so pacho monfanche and why monfanche yenyina yaya from so monfanche na yesua your lessons. Nyame adom ena mode franka ne hyemensa me be ye president embasabium ya belle ni ye lessons monfanche embasabium.
Was it not our very good friend, the Vice President of the former regime, who told us that the presidency is not a platform to do remedials to correct your mistakes? Was it not him? Was it not the same gentleman who came to tell us that the results that he left, the records that his government left for us, it makes him very proud? He said that on Wound to Me radio. Was it not the same person who was vehemently defending and telling us that his government, together with his boss, was the best thing that could ever have happened to Ghana? Did President Akufo-Addo not tell us that we are even fortunate to have him? And were these same mistakes that today are being admitted to a few months after the elections not vehemently rejected by all the communicators? And you can name them, all of them, from Dennis Abuaji to my good friends Kamal Din Abdullahi. They were all denying it and telling us that we were telling lies, that those of us who were pointing out the mistakes to them were actually telling lies. They made us look like we were the evil ones. So from whence cometh this apology? Is it a genuine apology? Or is it an apology to become a flag bearer, to be on the ballot sheet again? There are questions that we have to ask, and we have to be very frank about them. So what exactly is he apologizing for? Because when Dr. Amin Adam, the finance minister who replaced Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, was literally apologizing and also rewriting the apology right on his feet at the town hall meeting that was held, Dr. Bawumia was nowhere. The people of the Republic of Ghana complained about e-levy. The people of the Republic of Ghana spoke about betting tax. We spoke about a lot of things. We spoke about the exchange rate. We spoke about fuel prices. We spoke about hardship in this country. Where was he at the time? Today I hear people talking about what do you call it, tolerance, etc., and I laugh. Once upon a time, my own Helena Piampof and many others, they went to go and do demonstration against Galamsey, which we said, the president said he will put his job on the line for. Some were arrested, including somebody whose wife had just given birth. And the attorney general at the time, who now is behaving like a saint, went to court to go and ask the judge not to grant the people bail because they went on the street to demonstrate against Galamsey. Where was the vice president? Where was the vice president? Where was he? So today, do we take this apology with a pinch of salt? Or do we take this apology wholeheartedly and say better late than never? I'm saying people were arrested for going on the street to go and demonstrate against Galamsey, which the president at the time said, I am determined to put my presidency on the line. They were arrested. The police went to court. The attorney general went to court to argue, to insist that they should not be granted bail. We were in this country. We were in this country when people were demonstrating at 37. They wanted to come and picket at the presidency. We blocked them. Today we know our way to the presidency to go and present petitions. And then when we finish, we come and organize press conferences and come and be pretending that we are holier than thou. It is good not to retaliate, but it is good to remind ourselves that we have seen worse in this country before. We have. Where was the vice president when people were being given haircuts after the president had said that there will be no haircuts? Where was he? Where was he when old women, including a former chief justice of this republic, was out there on the streets with placards picketing at the finance ministry to demand for their monies? Where was he? Why didn't he find it necessary to apologize then? This apology, that I can go on and list a lot of things. Where was he when children were being fed expired rice in schools? And people were vehemently defending it with all the might in their blood. And somebody actually even walked out of this studio because we were asking simple questions. Where was the vice president? When he himself presented items that were expired to NADMO victims, people who had been displaced, where was he? Where was he when the Polugu Dam, which he sat in a studio at Joy FM to tell all of us that it's one of the flagship programs that they have actually achieved for his own people? Where was he? Did he find it necessary to apologize? So where from this apology now? And what is the real motive behind this apology? We must ask him, and he has to come and explain. He has to come and explain. There are lots and lots of things. Look, we did the year of roads, second year of roads, another year of roads. Today we see the state of our roads, and you ask, so where are the over 10,000 kilometers of roads that we claimed that we had built or constructed? Has he apologized for that too? Or is this just a blank apology? Is this just a blank apology? Go and check the children in the secondary schools at the time. Bed bags and all. I get too much information. I'm inundated. Sometimes it actually frustrates me. I ask myself, is this a Republic of Ghana? Operation Galam Stop, Operation Hot 1 and 2, Operation this, that, we put people there. Did he find it necessary to apologize to Major Mohammed's family after he was gruesomely killed because of Galamsey? Today we are still grappling with Galamsey. And this government has to do a lot. Find me that Galamsey video. This government has to do a lot.
Hughes, Edituja. As you can see, I said the near pa. Now, quickly, let's move on to this particular issue. So, MPP, former presidential candidates, Honorable Adenimo, Menuka say or the Simbi Ababe Tuja, it is really shaking tables. Why didn't this particular issue is shaking tables? It's because Papa, Enkaneno, he joined the host of other people are normally in an air contest as the flag bearer. But you say Adenimo. Yes, Adenimo, MPP flag bearership race. Yeah, Bobo Dinya, Bokene, Japan, Brandy Champon, Baumia, and Safo, but we didn't any a hot and Odi Tuja say, yes. This year, and as this particular MPP flag bearership race on Babi, he is not joining because of something. Mind you, there is speculation out there say he Adenimo will not contest and is expected to back Kenny Japan. We'll come back to that issue. But according to Adenimo, the main reason why he is not contesting now is because party still they've not learned their lesson. Number one, you want to put things in order. But can you build a house from the top to the bottom? They be UCC feminine. You need to have a firm foundation, the ground. Abronye friend, a cornerstone. The MPP for almost started so. And far from that, to the timing, the political timing, it is not right. And we can say uncontested a year, this particular a year upcoming December 31st, January 31st, 2026 MPP flag bearership race. Into MPP Francis Adenimo dear. This is the reasons this is the reasons I will give you. You can share this particular video. When we come back, we will definitely continue with this particular issue because I'm going to say yes, we are not really surprised. Yeah, we are not surprised at all because MPP for Nankasano Adrien whatever they have in mind is Dr. Bahomia. Or Mutsi Bahomia Mantishi Bium Ane Sapi Pepe. You can video by a
fee MPP. Frank to Akansia party say be no 31st January 2026 me Adenimo menka ho aditra be na otwemienu ni me de krata ba bonten de me nyina so ntia sa Akansia we no matwem ho afiri ho de edikan e say emre a ye ba bi di sa di bre no inappropriate political timing. Sabi party a yabo opposition any afe musumi nsiemu a bosome nso yesi ye bie kwan se yesa akwa akoyi de obetu franka e de amaye enti de edika me hu se ye rush ye prepare ye ho e de akodi sa adwuma ya hu nsunsanso no me mafemo no emwa party no adenti no osi ekoyi franka tuni na wotwen ya beye infie miensa ansana yako the next general election eja 3 years flag bearer one yako bedroom maybe no in the course of the 3 years ansana general election abano you may become irrelevant, or let me put this word, you may become even useless. Oh yes, Nehoba nipa.
So turn ho cha na manfo stick into manfo adwene musa semasi and wo gina ma MPP.
Ejayonim Ghana has a pewa near beto abama wa yi busumi nsia akra na omo pewa on beto abama. Enye mfie miensa mfie mienu no. Eye usune oban ene de Ghana fo ahwe wa kari wa hwe no mbe hu no. Enu nti se busumi nsia na akwanya no kra beba for you to the next general election Ghana for the 2 million no ebema. Ti minyira so edi kan ne se ye prepare ye ho. Ye be nomination July 29th, which was just 7 months apart by opposition. A former ye was say ye heal ye ho. Ye mabuto ye mu eba. Na ye siesie mu meye no. Ye si there be na emom ye koyi franka tuni no a ebema ekuo ni mu wantwi matiu makau atim didie ne de ekoso no nyina no ano bebrase. One kasa embrace. Minya so tosu mienu. Me say party through National Council, the second highest decision making body. Decision oye and say instead say you be free your party reorganization elections and a free a form akosoro a year bottom up no. This time no more yen a top down no. Me mfuaso. It was a untimi nye bibia clockwise cycle na twam ababesi a was a share self from no we see there be National Council decided say yenko anti-clockwise na hunsun sanso meanwhile flag bearer no there a form ni nyina ye build the party structure ni ye foundation ni solid, first floor second floor bibia ya hihye ni ya flag bearer no mra no sabi obi o ti mekura asi nyina mpon wo mampon no flag bearer bi eden beba no wonim se wo no e wo so ye adwuma de boa ma party no edim kunim nti ade na this time ye reverse no nti sa top down approach no me ade ni momemfo aso sa national council decision na ye implement no me ma fam no emwa party no de toso miensa ase dwuma no ye kodidi amanipa baako nti me krata me de ba abonten no it can be said there is bias seeming bias na say bibi kire se yedi amanipa baako de na je say fairness free fair transparency ade so kwa akodi na saade no enimu a na je say enkoye ye twachia no e de akoba bi foforo enti eja me nyina so miensa me gina so no ena de etoso 9 me krata me de babo enti de etoso 9 ne say ye disikasem aba be shemu a emwa unreasonable and unhealthy monetization of this flag bearer contest. And in charge form party nomination form no party no turn 100,000 1 billion. 2 filing submit na 500,000 or 5 billion. And a party national council so one said is I say the friend will be a yente ho mpanyin semda. I say friend no development fee. Wa person 2 franc bia we betua 4 million Ghana cedis 40 billion O cedis. Inti na hu sikasem nko ano beko akoye 4.6 million Ghana cedis or 46 billion O cedis. Na sabe eya kwabrani abedwafo ama beto mo ha no pay. Ade flag bearer position no ye ton. Ana democracy no abaye se wa sabe wanya sika obetimi ato nkwa na oso kwa na.
So these are in sema Professor Adenimu Odituja sharp, reasonable, concrete, precise. When diatem wambo bi edin wankasa me na moska wankasa me ba party mache. He made his submission with brains. Yes. Ati ase ane wankasa me na me di vice president da wankasa me na party no me na me financing crop wankasa me na me Christoni. He made submission based on what we call logical thinking. Adreno ejuma. Simple and short. Onkobi. Ati. And I believe if the New Patriotic Party really wants to work, really wants to come to power, and what's all prepare on Ati impenifo kase bi ni baby omubu se intobwase ewie nkunimdi. So adanimo insamo kan or park say take your time. Sebi you prepare sa impenifo se opre etusia muja ene eba. So take your time and like baby steps. Ne kakran sa. Ne ye bibia eye kama. Se Ghana fo hu se no baby edunu ye hia asumesi ene obentia. Enya wo na obeye masa opekra oba no damper. Come naked. Ghana fo will still vote for you. But then Penifo say obanyansa fo yembu ni be kana sem. And I believe say in same way ade ni modi ababe tudwe. Some people in the New Patriotic Party, forget, still they have the mentality say, with 87 seats, they can mysteriously win the elections in 2028. Are you crazy? It is not going to be possible, even if you are favored to win 2028 elections. Many sure said within a short span, because see, and you try 1 year of NDC term, no, so far so good. So far, so good. NDC 1 year. So far, so good. So within this particular 1 year channel, it's me say for the next 3 years. Clearly, MDC will still win the 2028 election. So you are not really favored to win like that. Use this time to do the things. Never shall see who ye. Now 2028, go banner way win ya. Unim said 2032 a sure bet for the New Patriotic Party. Yes, that is it. So. You need the same more updates as all of these various events unfold. Now, Now, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in his states meets the press, he was questioned. One of the key issues very common in all of those particular discourse was the issue about how the government is going to handle Galamsey. Now, Mahama can say, in some amount for Kase on declare national emergency. Now, it's just all the Galamsey sites in be shutting off, you be closing it down effective immediately, Mahama didn't seem to just say those issues. And that particular directive, using declaring a national emergency is not really going to do anything. Ultimately, yes, I don't know what's your problem, but on solve it. We national security if you are, and as we a national emergency if you are, the people will still go back and do Galamsey. But he suggested, say, Australia. Australia is a country, almost so they are heavily into mining. They mine ore. Now we may share the trade war between US and also China. I see China for the whole world. I'm the largest producer of rare earth magnets. And rare earths. Rare earths your phones, your laptops, your bulbs, your TV, motherboard and conductors use rare earth. Rare earth the use rare earth they say. Rare earth use the phone it doesn't overheat. Also, you should still metal, any manner it can overheat. Aluminum, it may overheat, it may blow. But rare earths, it doesn't blow. Anything a bit when you use phone back by 10 years since I net components in a woman 80% are rare earth materials. And John Dramani Mahama kase. And trade war you cost Australia's force kase they will mine rare earth because common land is vast than China. Just that China almost started way back in the late 1970s. They started mining rare earth in the late 1970s. Logistics is there for them to mass produce and as a scale up. But then John Dramani Mahama kase sena Australia for mining gold or BBIB na see almost mining rare earths A ban is now called Sydney, or Melbourne. These cities Australia, you don't see bad water. In fact, Australia beach as a pure water. As a fish screen, it is transparent. All the water bodies are springs. A ban is saying, and Mahama Iddrisu just said, it is because Australia have put in place things and strategies the people mine and they protect the environment. Mining air and Mahama air party say. Obama Australia for ababe teach Ghana for more chrome how to mine almost say your water bodies That was one of the suggestions. But then mini pay a party say and also I want to take on this particular issue. Young question video to us.
And so as I speak, we are organizing a trip for the Small Scale Miners Association to Australia. Australia has giving us an invitation to bring them to come and see how small-scale mining is done without destroying the environment. And so that's something we're going to take an advantage of. And the Gold Board is leading, and the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources are leading that charge. Only recently, our Minister for Lands and Natural Resources came back from Australia. And so we need to train these small-scale miners. The gold is a blessing that God gave us. It's a natural resource that God gave us to make life better for our people. It's just that the way and manner in which we are going about it is causing destruction to the environment. But it is a result of an increase in the gold price. And if you've read widely, you find that the same thing is happening in Peru. It's happening in several other countries because of the heightened gold price. And so for whatever little gold you're able to find, you get more money. Galamsey was not a problem when gold was $2,000 per ounce. But today, gold is pushing $3,600 per ounce. And because of the lack of jobs, jobless growth for several decades, there are a lot of young people who are coming out of school who have no job to work to do. And so for them, that is the only livelihood. And so we must not think just about chasing them all over the place without providing alternatives for them.
Hi. Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, my man, I like you personally. But let's analyze what you just said. You said you want to send small-scale miners to Australia to go and learn responsible mining. First and foremost, it's a wrong idea. And there's a difference between small-scale mining and illegal mining, because small-scale miners are licensed and they are regulated. Let me give you a typical example. For one to drive a car, the person needs to have a license. If a driver with a license right now, without authorization to enter the seat of government, Flagstaff House, and with a full speed, they crash the gates of the Flagstaff House, what is going to happen? He's going to be shot, right or wrong? I'm right. Same way, a small-scale miner with license, he has coordinates. So the moment he mines outside of his coordinates, he has committed a crime. He should be arrested. It's as simple as ABCD. Using the terrain, the geology, and the practices of mining in Ghana is different from Australia. Because Australia have laws. When you disobey the law, you face the full consequences. That is why they have responsible mining. So if you truly want to train small-scale miners, the question is, how many small-scale miners are registered in Ghana? How many of them are you going to send to Australia to go and learn? That is a waste of the taxpayers' money. So instead, it is cheaper to fly experts from Australia to come to Ghana and teach small-scale miners how to mine by going on the field, their concessions, with practicals and stuff, because that is where the real damage is happening. When you fly them to Australia, the miner who is going to teach them, everything is programmed. They know they cannot even go an inch outside of their concession because the law will deal with them. Because there they don't do MDC and MPP. There the law is the law. So with all due respect, Your Excellency, you don't learn responsible mining by sending a few miners on a plane to Australia. Responsible mining is best, will only happen in Ghana when you bring the experts to Ghana to come and teach them. Some of the things you said in the video, because I like you, I don't want to go into it. So you, for now, don't send anybody to Australia. Rather, import the experts from Australia to Ghana to come and teach them. Okay? Because the damage is happening in Ghana and not in Australia. Australia already has responsible mining. So it is where the damage is happening that you bring the experts to come and teach them that if this is your concession, if this is how you do it. Me, I like you. I don't want to say much. Cheers and happy Sunday. But bring the experts to Ghana. Don't send the miners to Australia. How many miners can you even send to Australia? That is the question you need to ask yourself. So, I like you. That's why I give you this advice for free. Members of Council of State, they can't think like me. They can't give you this advice. Me, I'm giving it to you for free. So hit to my advice and you see the results. Cheers. The name is happiness. You know me, I love you. You are my man. But when you are wrong, I will tell you. Just like I love my son, but when he's wrong, I will discipline him. So, you talk about gallantry there, you know, try. But still, me, I like you. Cheers.
Okay, so in summer, Mr. Happiness, Edibetu Janono, and personally, he's right. You know, there's nothing wrong in your friend is trying to educate, because one of the ways a bit to solve this particular issue is through education. But then flying, because all the miners are quite see, obie ni wa galamse and need you. A juma a deadly, a juma a risky, a juma. In fact, it is something else. It's no Australia who quite pa no benye juma bitimenya obenye bibia a bit mama $2,000, $1,000 a month. Obey them will crum her. No person in the right senses will want to be in the country. Obey galamse and then near a police farber a chana munebu na u near shutumo ne debi. into the omoko obiam baby. Rather, what you have to do is you have to do the reverse. Bring the experts here. Give them money. Momonko the various mining sites. Na monka say okay sisiano. Any person bia obe person obe mining bia, the person has to pass through and get a certain kind of license. This certain kind of license no can be sadi aye kan wan semi. Your friend is saying we permits. So permits no, you have to go mandatory school. Ane say na uko drive here. You beka say driving school and now person drive. You beka say driving school compose you also got your exams. We need to do the same thing. Into your bar or license when now the license are checked. So if there's issue, they don't deal with you. They deal with the people who issue the license to you. Your license is renewable. But then ye din for Australia obiamba. No one will come back to the country. It is as simple as that. In December, it is, and yes, it is. It makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense. So that is exactly what is really going on. I just said, definitely, there's been some reactions to all of this. And in summer, of course, so I just say, definitely no. We will definitely talk about this issue and also the way forward because I will see what is really going on. So that is the issue of Mahama and the advice that the man said bringing or taking Ghanaians to Australia is not really going to do any help. Anyways, you go back to and I am quite last issue also for the day. Let's see we are DC and for today. Here the updates be Bremo on this particular platform. Yes. Update here the brem on this particular platform near patch say oko Asante Akyeam currently nature say dwabo bi ekoso and a ye kesi bi ekoso a ye ni na nakoni di year Adam the 3rd oya Asante hima na ahead of this particular funeral no mudi nsem bibia ba tuja say before or during the funeral and what say ye and what say any 1 week celebration nothing. 2 emba no so amube ye no mamon sha asumade into sha. These are live pictures from O246 to Anamisha Palace. Obian sha sumade. 3 banks, schools, any other business, everyone shops also be closed down with the exception of hospitals. Aside from that, also munyamu closed down because Asante man adia to many. Na yede sal ban ne eto ho na ye bode road e bimu aso ye den. And they were not following the rules. It's for video channel their course. So when some people refuse to follow common orders, Nipana or yon Nipano in some of the two journalists said, don't do this. Men ye way in Kofose and Teda. Anything on Okokumasi, I see a doom PZ to said the Enya Yas and Putra. A bronco for Papa. I'm going to video here, baby.
Daddy Apostle, a football, that's a 20 year and automatic couple. And on my side, I didn't hear my Africa committee. Kumasi Adum Kadetia, Saturday, or 2 for runabout. And ye Gina, and another agree her. Now a play Nananum had a brow, and the brow so. Comencia, brow, Nemo, Nananum Sia, and that kind. Oh, my yanny, Nananamo Yajuma, Nanasa kind, no. What he can't do for, oh, my yanny, now Ebesi, and say Asante no. Amania, Mamma, Yan Tonche, what Bama no appear, so we'll see what we are she appear. Daddy Apostle, a football, that's a 20 year and automatic couple. And on my side, I didn't hear my Africa committee.
So that is it. But aside from that too, there's some cultural significance at Air Koso because Nana Kwekubu in some way display be or and also a question video. And also we are learning as President Kufo and 82 for ABPA. We show videos doing now back to back.
spelling here, or T.
Ashafo, so that was some of the rich cultural displays across so ewa Asante mu inti one defy others no oh ye na sia and what's all shasoma. That's why I see most of your memo any nuanom ba mu ye na no be an shasoma. And also no and what's all I for ubia into shop mu no banks, no shops. Close everything, even schools closed now with the exception of Inuan Mocho Wasi and also hospitals. In for we and so Kumase. Once again, you end their life no right here on this particular sports Pinaxtv, this particular time you end the life no. Thank you so much for joining us. Catch us again tomorrow in the morning and also in the evening.